We better get to the dollars and cents here. Okay, I'm brand new. How much am I going to have to spend with you to get a fair result from your experience?
It's all dependent on the market. So if you look at bigger markets, you're going to spend obviously a lot more. Smaller markets, we have a client that I was just talking to actually earlier today. He's in a small market of a few 100,000 people, so he doesn't have to spend that much. And when I say that much, you're looking at about $4,000 to $5,000 a month in a smaller market, and then it all goes up from there. You know, New York City, for instance, hits I think it's like, is it 15 or 20 million people in that market, just because the reach is so big. So that, I mean, that's just astronomically high. LA is kind of the same way, but then you have a lot of markets where you hit between 300,000 to 500,000, even up to 1 million people. You're still going to spend about $5,000 to $7,000 a month.
Well, I got 1.5 million. And that's, I don't think that takes in consideration all of the burgs outside of the city limits. I'm not sure, but anyway, it's a larger market. I've learned that no matter what media you use, the bigger your market, the more it's going to cost per lead.
Yeah, more you spend typically cost per lead, but at the same time, some of those bigger markets also do bring bigger returns. So it depends on how you look at it.
And the bad part about it is I can't target a specific part of my city.
That's true.
Like I can with mail. All right, so give me the total picture here. Forget the media spend, because that's entirely up to whoever was watching. What are going to be my costs to get you up and running and on my team, and hopefully generate enough leads to drive my business? Because I personally am trying to fix that same problem right now, Tony. I got an acquisition since January, and we bought some houses, and we're not getting near enough leads. And we spent some money on sources that just didn't work out for us. And yet some of my students are having great results with the same sources, and they're in smaller cities. So I'm coming to you and I say, what are you going to do? What's going to cost me to get you producing me a good supply of leads?
Yeah, good question. So we like people to book a call with us to go over that, but it's not. And the reason I don't like to talk prices on podcasts is because we change things up every so often. We start at a very low price point. We've kind of increased our prices over time. But I'll just tell you our management fee. We charge $1,000 a month to manage the commercials. And so when you look at it from a time perspective and what it takes to do TV commercials on your own, for instance, we had a client who started at $7,000 a month in his market. He increased it to $10,000, then increased it to $17,000, and just recently, I think just yesterday, the day before, said we want to go to $27,000. And for him to go do that on his own, to figure out what stations to call, all that kind of stuff, I mean, it would be so much brain damage and time for him to do. It took us a week and a half to go back and negotiate rates and get him the new schedule together.
You're dead on right. Okay. And it takes years to learn your craft. I can tell you that from experience, and you just won't succeed. You got to have that behind the scenes look at it, and the resources that you have and the connections that you have. Even just getting the media cheap is huge. So what has to be done to create this commercial? Do they have to? Where are you at anyway?
I'm in San Diego, but what we do is we will set you up in your market to shoot the commercial. So we make it super simple. We get the scripts together. We coach the TV crew, and they do this for a living, so they kind of know how to do it already, but we tell them exactly how we want it done. We'll put the scripts together. We'll make it super easy. So Ron, if you're like, hey, I want to get on TV, what's your budget? We'll give you a range of what we think you could spend in your market. You decide what your budget is. We go to the stations, negotiate the rates. Once you're good with that, we do the scripting. And then we send it to the stations. We'll send you the script as well if you want to read it beforehand, which we recommend at least reading it. But most stations have teleprompters, so really all you have to do is go there and read the lines on the teleprompter. It takes usually about 15 minutes. They send the footage over to us. We produce it in our format, and we coach you through what website domain to use in the commercial, as well as the phone number, which we want it different than all of the other domains and phone numbers you use, so you can track it. And we help you set that up all on the back end. So really, when it comes down to it, you have about an hour to 2 hours maybe worth of time dedicated to meeting with us and just approving things and going and shooting the commercial, and we do the rest on the back end.
Oh, we have our own studio here at Global.
There you go.
Do you have scripts? I mean, that's not a very long script for 30 seconds.
No.
So we work that out later anyway. Incidentally, do you do commercials for people outside the real estate business?
We do. So the media company that I teamed up with, we have over 100 real estate investors running TV commercials, and we also run commercials for over 100 other business outside of TV, anything from accident attorneys to HVAC to roofing. When it comes down to it, most of the elements of TV are pretty similar. The big difference is what stations and shows are you on, right? And then obviously just scripting for different
I asked you that
for
question
different businesses.
for Global Publishing because we used to run TV way back. I haven't done it in a lot of years. But we used to have a lot of success just running these. I think they were 30-minute shows though, but you always got 60-second commercials with them.